All right, we're about to go live here. If you can hear me, I'm just waiting on YouTube, and we are live. Welcome to Wall Street Sizing Up. We're glad you're here. And there is my YouTube. All right, Wall Street Sizing Up. We're glad you're here. Sponsored by StockTrade.tips. We're running the same. Um, we have now moved from SMS over to our Telegram channel. Go to StockTrade.tips, the website. You will find us there. We've got about 20 guys now, and it's a close-knit group. We do Q&A, we do stock research, we do stock alerts, financial data. We aggregate a lot of interesting data from newsletters that I read, and we do some crypto too. So you'll want to join that. Again, that's stocktrade.tips is the website, and you can get it there. So with that said, let's do what we came here to do. And that is, we are going to stocks to watch for the weekend. And we've got really two, and I've got kind of a YOLO. Although I think a lot of these can be YOLO. I think right now you've got hedge funds that are, I wouldn't say they're pulling back. What they're doing is when it's very choppy, like this, especially with Biden coming out with the cap gains and with the risk reward, because most of that, so what people don't understand is that a lot of those cap gains have already been taxed in regular tax. So after your 40% regular tax, now they're going to be taxed again in an investment, 40%. So so the risk reward is going to be way out of whack. I've heard that you can't retroactive to 2021. So, but it's going to face stiff opposition in the Senate, and so we'll see. Anyway, that was big news of the week, and that was really the big reason why stocks were down. All right. With that being said, let's do what we came here to do. Right? Stocks to watch. Here we go. It's on the screen there. Let me move it up so you can see. It's called HC2 Holdings. Let me get my my bases set here, guys. Well, there we go. All right, so get my notes up here, and all right, HC2 Holdings, right? So this was it is a communications holding company, but it holds a lot more than just communications. I've seen some that it's even in the green industries as well. But I found this was a really good find, I thought, because it came from an insider. And here's the deal. So he's a director, and he sized up $8 million position on 316. He hit the bottom, right? He goes back on 420, hits the bottom again in the channel up. You can see it here, right? So he buys here, gets the pump. Buys here, starting to get the pump, right? You see the correlation. So the good thing about this stock from a broad perspective is that the PE ratio is like 19x, right? Which is well below the IT industry average of 24. It's 26% institutionally owned by Wall Street. Why that is big is because on this channel we follow the smart money. We have one goal, and that's to help you profit off the insider knowledge, a really smart money. That's what we're going after here, right? So it looks like it might be a bit higher. That's what we'd like it to be. It looks like it's about 26, 27. We'd like to be about 33. But anyway, you can see it's in a very good up channel pattern, right? And it is hitting its marks almost perfectly. So what we see here is, first of all, it's got a price target of $5, which is good to know. It looks like the next resistance to me, like it's gone through all this trash in here, and the next resistance to me is going to be about 413, which is it's closing in on 435, but I think it'll really punch through that. But the 435 is where it's really going to have some difficulty making that new high there. But I do believe it gets to 450. If you see the trend line there, may take a few days, but I like the stock. It's rated as a neutral buy, or a neutral to a buy on several of our tools. Again, the price target's $5. It's a good risk reward stock, like I said, and this is a very short term play for me. So if you don't know about Form 4, Form 4 is for the insiders. It's a little bit different. They only get, so when they trade in their own stock, so if they're a director, CEO, CFO, they only have 2 days to file that, right? So you get a lot of good information from those guys, or from people who actually are very, very, very close to their stock. Because look, as we always say, nobody buys stock to lose money, period. Full stop. All right. Next up, we're going to PAX. Now, PAX, at first I didn't like this stock because I just didn't get it, right? It's Patricia Investment Limited, right? Here's the thing. So, Phil Gross, he's Adage Capital. I typically see him on the biotech side, but he's taken a pretty sizable position here, right? So he is got on 4/13. He waited the 10 days to file, so that sets you off. But then the second thing is that he took a $45 million position in the stock, and you can see even on this Yahoo chart, it's just trending down, right? The best he can hope is that he's up 2%. Okay, so just to tell you about this stock, the earnings forecasts are expected to grow about 36% this year. That's good. Price target, here's what I like about it: $25. That's the average. I even saw one up towards 29. It's got 3 buys, 2 holds, overall neutral rating on the stock, and that's what makes this strange. So if we go back to the chart, you can see it IPO'd in January, which is a really weird time to IPO. I believe that's when it did it. Yeah, January 22nd, I believe. And the most that he is up, because this is where he gets in, right? He thinks he's found a bottom here, right? He thinks he's found a bottom at about 1572, right? That's kind of where I sit. No, I'm sorry. It's further down. It's on the 13th. So right here, about 1572, 1576 is where he thinks he's found a bottom. Continues to trend lower, and then all of a sudden we see an uptick, right? Again, not a breakout, an uptick, right? So, and what I see there is a wedge down. It's not perfect, but a wedge down can be bullish upon a breakout. And I think if you see if it can get above the 20-day SMA, that's a huge breakout. You'll see it really, really run, because really your next above the 20, I mean, you're looking at 1746, 1750. But here's the thing: Adage Capital, at its worst, he's down 2. He's either down 2 or down 4, or he's up 2. That's all I can figure out in this position. Again, bullish pattern, kind of a YOLO stock, but again, these guys know. This is why we follow the smart money. Nobody in their right mind is chasing this stock. Nobody. Except when you see this. A $45 million position. And, you know, I think it's a mid-cap stock, if I can... No, it's a mid cap. It's $2 billion market cap. So I like this stock too. I do. I like it, not because of the YOLO, but I think that we could possibly be seeing a bottom here. The last time it saw green was about right here. That seemed to be a little bit of a bottom, and this one definitely did. So there's some precedent there. So PAX, I like it as well. The next one is a really YOLO stock, but a YOLO from a Goldman position. So Goldman knows, much like Morgan Stanley, Goldman can find the bottom. They're very, very technical, extremely technical. Good IB bank. We all know that. All right. That being said, this is MDC Partners. MDCA is the ticker. Okay. It's a consulting group. That's what it does. Really no price target, right? But you can see, where do you think they bought? That's exactly right. On 420, they bought right there at the very bottom. They're up about 70 cents. Okay. So they're up about 20%. I'll tell you that now. Let's get to the bigger chart. But it's got a beautiful up channel pattern. You can see where they bought. It touched off this trend line right here, and boom, they caught it. Now, this is a small cap. It's about a $300 million market cap. It is all. But here's the thing. So they own, I'm doing some quick math here, right? About a $70 million position here. They got 17 million shares, right? 17.7. They only sized up 500,000 shares. So in this pump, they only thought that it wasn't going to last long, and now it's lasted a heck of a lot longer. And I would bet that we come back maybe in another 10 days, and we see that they've sized up again, right? The stock has been upgraded on 412 to an outperform. Here's the thing. Stagwell Media purchased them well back in December. And not really purchased them, but they bought 70%, right? So they're operating as their own entity still, but they're really owned by Stagwell Media. No PT, but per the trend line, you can see that it should hit about 450. 425 very, very soon. It should get a little bit more rocky here as it approaches this top here, which I guess Monday will really be a telltale sign if it's going to bounce off of that for a while. But anyway, I think it still has another 12% left. I really do, over the course of probably a couple days. And if the trend continues, and again here, the trend is definitely our friend. This started back in, you can see, in October, right, of last year. It says institutionally owned 90%. Well, yeah, because Stagwell's got 70%. So you've got another 20% institutional investors in this as well. It's done well year to date. It's up 60%. I don't see why that trend changes. And I like the stock, MDCA. I like the stock. I don't like that it's not a convicted position for Goldman Sachs with only 500,000 shares, but that is what we get. So I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm recording this on Saturday. We are going to watch this, though. We're going to watch AMPG. There's a director that sized up on that stock for no reason. Like zero, going the wrong way type thing, much like PAX, that we just did. And then also look at SENS. In fact, I can pull them up really quick, at least what I'm seeing. So there's a hedge fund called Highbridge Cap, right? They sized up with 22 million shares. So, and that was on 4/13. So they waited 10 days to file this thing, right? So SENS, look at them as well, and tell me what you think. Please join us right now. Again, the stocktrade.tips. We're a Telegram group. We stream all kinds of stuff. There's Q&A. You can ask me. I've been doing this for quite a while. I've been in crypto for, good God, 8-10 plus years. So very blessed there. But what I would say is this, guys, is that if you do join, it's $5 a month right now for the next, I think we're at about 75 days. And then we're going to $20 a month. So I know my guys on here who are in the Telegram group now. Tell your friends, get them in now, or as soon as you possibly can, because in 90 days it's going to $20, because at some point I got to cover my cost. So with that being said, guys, I really appreciate you guys. You're awesome. I love the group. I love how we've started. We started out with pretty good bang. So with that said, guys, what do we always say? You watch your six and you go hard in the paint. Cheers. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.